Hi, I'm Dawn Aziz, Director of Organization and Employee Development in Wayne State's Human Resources. And this is a manager video as we think about our Touchpoint agenda options. There are three. We looked at the one-on-one check-in when we viewed the video on just creating and documenting a one-on-one in general. But in today's video here, I'd love to share with you a little bit more of a sneak peek into the professional development template that exists for you. And you might think about scheduling discussions on a regular basis to chat with your direct reports about their goals for professional development and share a little bit about how their progress is going and where they might be experiencing obstacles and could seek your support, as well as think about unique ways that you can help them as they continue to grow in their learning. So, to look at this agenda and decide if it's one that's right for you, you're going to come to the navigation menu, performance, and touch points. And as we scroll down, we know that I already have done one touch point already as a one-on-one, but I'm going to create a new one. And it will be for my team member. And here I'd like to take a deeper look at this professional development agenda as a sneak peek. And so I clicked on details, and that tells me this is an approach that you can customize, but it gives you thought starter prompts to talk about certain topics. Now, at the annual performance planning year, at the very beginning with the annual performance plan, the team member actually defined some goals, identified one or two things I might do to bring those goals to life. But there was no place in Cornerstone for them to continually share their progress. Like we know it's possible with performance goals, right? And so this agenda template allows for a conversation, just to touch base. Maybe you choose to do it monthly, maybe you choose to do it quarterly, whatever the right cadence is for you. And so let's scroll down and take a look at the kinds of thought starter topics that you might find helpful. In this agenda, we ask first, what was it that you really wanted to learn more about? Remind me about that. Or perhaps it was something that you wanted to teach others because it's a strength of yours that you could share. The next topic, who can help? As you begin to pursue learning, you might find that informal learning options can be powerful to support that particular topic of whatever's being sought to learn. Maybe there's somebody who's already an expert that could help teach your direct report more through cross training, peer mentoring, or other kinds of coaching, whether it's from you, other Wayne State experts, HR, etc. So, this is a space to just think about as you seek to gain that new knowledge and skills. Are there people here in our Wayne State community that could help? Beyond those people, what other learning resources exist? This is the third area of the agenda template. Of course, we know Accelerate is a phenomenal resource with e-learning books, courses, job aids, etc., custom content that we put in there to be available on demand. Um, and we might look for resources inside Accelerate while we're together. How do you get to Accelerate? It's through Academica and employee resources and other resources. And here's the very first one, Accelerate Employee Development Tools. Sorry, I'm looking for something on my screen. And I can see that the Accelerate landing page has buckets of things that will help me with my learning, as would some of these callouts here on the side. Learning specifically around performance management, around professional development, working in new ways. Staff career conversations and leader career conversations are two really great sets of resources to support both of you along this path and journey of learning new things. And so Now we're just brainstorming together. How do you go about getting the learning that you need most? And maybe it broadens the direct report's initial views of things they would try. And just asking, how's it going? You set out to begin your path with one or two things you wanted to try. How is that going? What's helping you? What's hindering you in terms of obtaining the kinds of desired learning that's being sought and applying it? And then finally, as a wind down, as their leader, what can you do to help them be more successful? Perhaps it's leveraging your network and putting them in touch with people who are already experts at these topics and making an introduction for them and asking for help. Maybe it's looking at budgeting options if funding were needed for some support. Maybe it's something else. And then finally, as you think about next steps, what are they? What are one or two things you might do to move forward? And we know if this is the right template for you to touch base on professional development, you'll choose it. And as you do, you'll confirm this is the kind of meeting template that you would like to use with that individual on whatever date you choose. And you'll see a template that allows for you to take notes collaboratively. And so here I might jot down notes. This person wants to learn Excel, and we collaborate on that. That's right. You spoke about wanting to learn Excel. Here's some notes that I can jot down as an individual. And when the staff member also goes into performance from their navigation menu and touch points, they will see this there in their touch point agendas. We'll see our date, we can click on it, and their name will appear here with initials, and they can take their notes as well. And so this is an opportunity to just really think about learning and development on an ongoing basis. But if there was anything that was identified as a next step of things that should be taken, we can highlight that and click the check mark, and it will appear as part of our follow-ups. Let's not forget when we come back together for our next discussion on professional development to be sure to talk more about this. Of course, I could also have seen this individual's goals and how maybe what they want to learn relates to helping them achieve their goals as well. Um, and staff members may choose to highlight skills, skills that they already have. And once the professional development is successful, skills that they just recently acquired. And that skill area of universal profile will pop up if you click on this icon here. We're not using this development plan feature. That may go away in future iterations. Um, but whatever we type here and however we have that conversation, we can schedule it in Wayne State's Outlook, but come into here for the template and know that having selected this date, that we can keep our notes together. And each time we have a meeting, we'll see new dates appear here. We can always go back to a prior meeting and look at the notes in our conversations that we've had in the past. I hope you found this a helpful video as you think about whether a professional development touchpoint agenda is right for you and your team member.